screen, I should say. Oh, look at the, oh, nice blitz. That's a frustration blitz, and I don't blame him. I miss a forehand that's still rising when it hits the back screen. I'm probably going and blitzing off my next return as well. He's there. He's going to sit down. Yeah. There's the, oh.
Nice.
They are finding.
All right, well, we are back live.
The creases.
Unfortunately, I do not know what happened there with our internet dropout. But we're going to work on it, and I'll figure it out.
See, and I thought dropout would just apply to me in terms of academics during these broadcasts, but apparently not. Look at that. He's kind of heating up on that forehand side. Nothing like a good reset.
Dane, we're back live.
We're back. Nice.
And I'll have to figure out later how much of the stream we captured and recorded to put it together. Wow, good lead cord action there. That's just what you want to see deep in a second set.
For you EGC fans out there, Mark and Pat played one of the better sets I've seen them play there in that first set.
They took the first set 6-3. After some technical difficulties, I'm not 100% where we're at in the score in the second, but we'll try to figure it out.
I think we were up 2-1 on that last changeover.
Wow, Dane, paying attention. Eyes in the back of his head.
Oh. There's a game right there. So
Pat
it's either
like
3-2 or 2-3. It would be my guess. I always find it enjoyable when you don't have to wear a hat when you play Pat. You know what I mean? Like usually I'm wearing a hat anyway.
I always wear a hat.
I just think
something's got to soak up the sweat.
You know, you're right. Yeah. Well, you're at an entirely different level, so perspiration isn't something I have to do. You've ever seen me move around, or not move around for that matter?
Move around enough.
Exactly.
All right, let's see if they can keep attacking those.
I like to call it economy of movement, Coach. A pirouette.
Deeper. What'd you say earlier, Matt? Good lobs create offense?
Yeah, I heard that from someone smarter than me when I was first learning to play paddle.
My favorite phrase that I heard when I first started to play paddle was, sometimes the best thing to do is nothing.
It's true.
What kind of idiot would say something like that?
Yeah, they're just letting these guys hit overheads from way too close to the net here. There you go.
There we go.
That's a better lob.
Yeah, you're right, Coach Daniel. The idea is sometimes if you do have the lead or the luxury of a first set win, you take a few chances, hit it a little deeper.
There it is.
Or a little higher for them.
Yeah, usually you get a little higher, that depth will come with it.
Yep.
Ooh, that would have been a good one to go in behind.
Yeah.
So just creating a little chaos even with that deep lob.
Oh, that's great patience off the screen, though.
That's another one. Sit down.
Nice kid.
He's going to play that.
Go.
I think you got away with that. I'm just going to let that go.
I like the thought.
Did we get a score before he served?
No.
Well, it's the 5th game, I want to say. It doesn't really help much, but... Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Good speed.
Great overhead.
It's just not quite hitting through that return like earlier.
Up. Yeah.
Nice
Get in, get in.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh,
Just
so
wide.
close.
Love when those fall in there.
Almost scraped it right over.
All right, so what
All right,
are
let's see
the
if we can
odds
catch
here?
a
3
game
all.
score here.
What do you think? I'm saying 3-0.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I got a 50 on 3-0.
Ooh, 24.
2-4, two
Boy,
serving
well,
four.
there it goes,
All right.
$50. Who do
There
I make
goes
the check out?
$50.
I got to make the check out to somebody.
Keep track of this game for me if you guys don't mind while I
Got
get
it.
the app back up and running
Got it.
after our short but inevitable reset.
I got 50. It says they're not even done with this point by the time you get done with that. I get home, my wife's like, why do you have nothing left in your wallet? We were gambling. What a get. Oh. Well, I was wrong about that, too. There's another 50. And my favorite charity is going to be very happy with
And who won that last point?
Love 15 score.
It's exactly. Speed.
Stuff.
Oh, wow.
Great dig. All right, well, we certainly apologize to anybody on the live stream that we might have cut off on during a internet lag spike, unfortunately. I guess Elon can't get Starlink up fast enough.
I'm blaming it on Cal.
Oh, yeah.
Cal's not here.
Yeah,
and
he's not here,
yeah,
so clearly
totally,
some part of his job would have
there's no
kept the
question
internet
about
stable
it.
and solid
If
all
he
the
was
time.
here, nothing would have happened. So, and I think a formal apology is with a fruit basket and everything. He used to come up with it. Either that or some Omaha steaks or something. Nice. It's going to be trouble. No, he's there.
Careful.
Yeah, that's tough to keep drifting over to take that overhead. There you go.
Uh-oh.
It was a great lob.
It was. Get him.
Oh.
The fake. Man, he is quick.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not sure. Okay, good. Got out of trouble. Maybe one ball with a little indecision, but then back to communicating.
Yeah, I think you slow some overheads down here and just deep. Slow some overheads down and save some energy if they're going to lob like that.
No question.
Yeah.
Seen a couple lobs go toward the sideline, possibly out. I almost like to let a few of them bounce, even if you have to give up the net. Because chances are you're going to get one that's going to go wide.
Stuff it.
You saw that coming.
Oh, good hands.
Okay.
That's tough. Maybe got away with one there.
Yeah, they start looking as comfortable as they're looking back there in the backcourt. You got to bring them out of that comfort zone. I like it with that little drop shot.
Exactly.
It's good overhead.
Right, changes the momentum a little bit.
Getting it to the back screen there.
I give him 4-15.
Nice volley. For those of you at home, that first volley, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to come in, play that defensively to the middle of the court on a good drive like that.
He got close, too, which was help.
Soft hands.
Yep.
Yeah, but only for those of you at home. If you're watching on mobile, you should be doing something totally different.
So they gave up the net, but I'm just saying, seamer.
Oh, caught the seam.
Almost like it's home court advantage, Coach.
I don't know if we caught the original explanation of that or not with the dropout, so, maybe you want to do it again for good measure.
It's amazing. Every time I get summoned, it's always with the words dropout. I don't know why. Maybe it's my...
It's nothing personal. It's just that I've emailed everyone in Chicago Paddle your transcripts.
Good serve.
Yeah, what a great serve.
Really?
Changing it up, going out wide, keeping it nice and deep.
So we got a hold point here. Great
There's
shot.
where
He's
Pat-
there. He's there.
Pat
He's there.
needs to get involved a
Oh.
little bit there on that
That's a
volley.
nice try.
Matt's got his forehand going again.
If it was any warmer, we'd have had that easily.
Found his groove.
Back to deuce.
All right.
I kind of like that. Not even exactly down the tee, but right down the middle of the box serve like that.
You know, we're talking about those big point times in matches. Here, you know, here's one of those deuce games, 2-4. You know, they lose this game, they're in a lot of trouble. If they win this game, they're right back in the set. So this is one of those times we were talking about earlier. You got to buckle down, play smart. Patient.
It's a good volley.
Yep.
Way to leave it. Way to
That's the
leave
way.
it. That's what
That's
I'm
what you're
talking
talking about, Sean.
Yep. Every so often. I don't know. I mean, if it's going to go way over your head, it's going to be a problem. I guess you got to figure out about it. I don't know. I'm a big fan of just letting it bounce. You never know. All right. Well, like you said, Coach Dane, they're back in it now.
Yep. Yep. Now, if we can start hitting some returns like that first set. If anyone can't tell, I'm going for Evanston.
What? That's ridiculous.
Oh, my gosh. You're kidding.
Oh, that's too
just
good.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a
There's
pick.
another highlight volley.
3 good shots there.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good about his return. That was incredible.
That's usually followed up with a fault.
Oh, not this time.
Well, he did his best. He did make him pause just slightly. Get over. Good dig.
Yeah.
One good lob. There it is.
Great picks.
One timer, yep.
Oh, it's trouble.
Oh, that's a
problems. He's
great
there. He's
waterfall.
there.
Digging it out, though.
Good lob. Get over.
He missed it.
Oh, great lobbing to get themselves out of
Good
trouble
D.
there.
It's got him back to the service line, hitting that overhead. That's a good
Really
volley.
good volley. What a dag. Get
Great
out.
dig.
Wow. Not even.
You know, not to mention that good lobs create offense,
shot.
but notice how hard Pat is working
Wow.
this point. You know, if he's getting those lobs deeper, he's not going to be working that hard on the screens.
Right.
No. Although you got to give it up.
That's some good overheads.
Give it up for Stretch Armstrong there. That was an
For sure.
unbelievable shot. Because that lob was good. That was a really good lob. And I don't know how he found that
Yeah.
angle. So
And
what
he
are we at,
handled it.
At 40-15.
I think so.
Yeah, it can be tough sometimes because the consistent, you know, just playing no miss paddle can be its own version of offense, right?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
you start to add some pressure by just being like, you know what, I'm not going to miss any particular ball, which usually is a little easier, you know, when the net side is doing it. I think that's a little tougher on the baseline guys when you can't get your lob up.
No question.
All right, so that puts them up 5-3, I believe.
Yep.
Yes. 3-5. A little army with that one. I didn't mean that in a military way. I mean,
That's how everybody took it. Good duck.
I'm sorry I didn't bring my translator this evening.
Or your fatigues, apparently.
Nice.
Good ball.
He's there.
That's a great
Wow.
shot. Not easy to do either.
They had a lot of success with those drop shots in the first set. I feel like they're starting to anticipate a little bit better. 40-15.
40-15.
Better touch.
Daryl is just calm as can be over there until he needs to get the ball, and then he's off.
Yeah. Very, very efficient with the movement.
Think they're gonna pull the trigger soon, Matt?
No, I'd say another 30 balls.
I kind of felt it coming there for a second.
No, they're hitting good overheads, and now it just feels like at 40-15 that perhaps they're just going to really wait for some kind of miscommunication or some kind of other transition. Yeah, even there you might think something's coming, but
I don't know if either one of them hit a roller, but
maybe here and there, not much though.
I was going to say, because
I feel like a hard one,
smart.
safe hard one into the
Exactly.
backside or
Yeah.
something,
That's
make
exactly
him
what
come
I
out
was
of that
saying.
corner.
Yep.
it's a good shot.
It's just attrition here.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, there's the
nice
trigger.
try.
I felt it coming.
Patience.
Yeah, it showed up eventually. You were right, but that was a good, solid, long point.
If Mark wasn't on camera, he would have done so many different things that point. I'm telling you that. It's good. 5-4. Big game.
So how many teams do you have at Evanston? Men's teams, women's teams?
We have
Coach
10 men's teams and
Awesome.
8 women's teams.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Love that kind of participation.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good serve.
Looked a little tight on that one.
That was close.
Good lob.
Oh, stay on. What a get.
Yeah, well played. Nice move. Here comes the recovery. That's a good shot. There.
Oh, nice
Wow,
get.
good pick.
Pats have some good gets in that corner.
Really
Yeah,
has.
absolutely. One of the things that Daryl is doing so well right now, when he's stepping over to take those little shorter overheads, I mean, the only time that you should be hitting that ball back to that space is when you can hit that waterfall. And he's been doing that really well. Looking for that short ball and making sure that it's not just any random overhead, but something that, puts him in trouble in the screens. Love here. Good pick.
Wow.
Oh, that's a tough stretch.
Good hands.
It's just going the wrong way. Went behind him.
Are we destined for a third here?
It is quite possible.
Go.
Touch.
Yeah, these guys are getting smart. They're starting to see that blitz coming. They're ready for it.
Really good transition to take the net there, though.
Absolutely.
Really good two-ball combination.
Yeah, that's good. Got to come down with it.
That's it.
Way to bait him. Still in it. Yeah.
Good dig.
Oh, that's trouble.
That's a good
you
spot.
knew it. After a while, you get that close to the neck, that's just exactly what's going to happen. So, well,
Third set.
There it is. We get to go 3. Well done. I'm going to try to transition real quick to another promo from our sponsors and see if we can
hope we'll
keep
see you
it
on the
live.
other side. Yeah.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Imagine throw it in there.
And we're back.
By the way,
Ready for a third set.
But if anybody heard that, I was joking. We're not going to.
Oh, I'm going to splice together all kinds of other paddle to mix in for that set that wasn't there. You know, Daryl looks a lot like Johan Durant. And Sunset Ridge looks a lot like Connecticut.
I've got some footage of some field hockey practices. We could.
It was great. Those guys played badminton for 15 minutes. I couldn't figure that out, but
that's how we do the
all
tiebreaker.
right, set number 3. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
This we were able to orchestrate this after the internet dropped out for a second, so that we could get you some more paddle. For those that tuned back in, we certainly appreciate it. But you know, I had to grease the wheels and give all the players $50 to make this happen. Wow.
It's almost like they made it. They did it deliberately.
Matt likes that ball off the screen with his forehand as much as the one off the deck.
Apparently, especially up in the strike zone like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice poke, good recovery.
Careful.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the
They're
thought.
pulling the trigger.
You think maybe they want to put that
Little
next
earlier
ball
prep.
on Matt as he's recovering back there after chasing down that
No, wouldn't want
I
to do
do.
that.
previous shorter ball?
I think that's unsportsmanlike, Coach.
I don't. I always
It's-
tell
no.
our players, anytime somebody's inside that court, they are a target
That's
until
right.
they get out of there.
It's true.
It's
Matt's
not
a big target.
that you're. Yes, thank you. I've gained weight. Let's stop bringing it up. The important part though is not that you're trying to hit someone. It's that you're trying to pass the ball through the space they occupy. So it's a metaphysical difference, really, when you think about it.
Completely different.
Yeah.
That was a quick game.
Yeah, it's good for Mark and Pat to get on the board there after that second set.
First,
Get off to a good start.
first blood, Coach.
First blood, part 2.
What I want. They start doing is what every other guy that went over there wants. Wow. I was just watching the other court. Everybody likes a lead court winner, and nobody likes it.
I've seen Dane win matches exclusively on let court winners.
Yeah.
He's aiming for it. It's just he's that good.
That is skill. Speaking of which,
There you go.
that's a great lob.
That play has been working out well for them.
However, yes. You mean
thus far. Well, when they're taking that transition ball and they're putting a little extra pace on it, kind of, you know, that
Overhead-wise.
movement, overhead-wise,
Gotcha.
back into the deuce corner. I think they've kind of maybe overpowered the block lob a few times.
that's true?
Great
Good
pick.
lob.
It's going to be tough. What a
Wow.
almost. Great touch, though. Yeah, they talk about feeding the beast when they say that, but you just don't feed them what they want to eat. Yeah, I never understood that analogy either. Okay, so
I don't have anything that I don't want to eat is the problem, so you know, whatever.
There it is.
might have one-time that one. That was kind of tough.
Doing a nice job mixing up this
There you go.
overhead place. I jinxed him. I was about to say doing a great job mixing up this overhead placement and kind of keeping it safe, and then we missed an overhead wide. That's my fault, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? That was still mixing it up. He just decided to miss
That
one.
was a real aggressive changeup. Yeah, well, I'm going to hit this ball out. Let's see what you do with that.
Think of that.
How are you going to get that one back?
Oh, nice dig.
Look at that.
Ooh,
Sit, sit, sit. Oh.
almost the Tallahassee tooth chipper.
40,
I don't
30.
care whose side you're rooting for. You got to root for a shot like that. That was a good lob.
Yep.
Why don't I remember any longer points with Daryl on the left taking the overheads? Are they switching? And I'm not
It seems
seeing
that way.
Doesn't it?
I mean,
I honestly don't remember a point like this where Daryl was over there.
and then we had that internet dropout, so it's even worse. You can't figure it out.
Can't even go back to the tape.
No. Let's
No,
watch that field hockey.
you're kind of not wrong. I mean, it just, but perhaps has a little bit more to do with the style of point that's being played.
Yes.
And Mark, on his return, is probably winning a few more points, right?
Yeah,
Or at
he's
least
hitting that
creating some
return well.
shorter points. I mean, he's hitting his return well, and so maybe it just has more to do with, you know, the way he's starting the point off is a little bit more aggressive than Pat.
That just did not come up for air. So it's
1-1.
1-1 right now.
1-1.
That's game. If memory serves.
It does not. What kind of memory? Like DDR4? Or what do you like? Are you still using 3? You Neanderthal.
I never studied.
You Luddite.
There it is.
Nice poke. Good pick.
I'm out of internet or Ethernet fluid.
I'm running low on Ethernet fluid.
Yes.
Yes, one of my favorites.
That was
Good
a
shot.
great fake.
It's a great adjustment by Pat. Once somebody starts seeing that drop shot coming like
Yes.
they have been,
Yeah.
you got to just stuff it or poke it a little bit as they start to run forward.
Smart.
Good spot, too.
We always coach that way, where even if they're going to get to it, you got to show it to them.
Do you have your players, Dane? I mean, when you're coaching and you're working on some shots like that, where you're trying to mix in a drop shot, or maybe you're working on a different kind of overhead, that you have some players that look at you like, well, I didn't win the point,
Yeah.
and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden there's an explanation about how no, it's just part of it. It's not. There's not going to be a shot where you just win. Otherwise, everyone would be doing it all the time.
Right.
Yeah, this sport isn't about, those kind of shots, really. I feel like it comes back to you can't expect something to work every time, But if you can hit that little drop shot and draw them up, uncomfortably.
Great
getting that
lob.
low
That's
ball,
a
a
real
good thing.
tough lob.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, the logic where paddle is concerned, I remember a phrase in just any racket sport: you're only as good as your worst loss. And if you just have that kind of, wow, look at this. Speaking of doubles,
Oh, that's tough.
wow.
Good stuff.
Add in 40-30.
Even as much as they haven't played like great, probably still have a shot to win this game. Let's get reset.
That's a good overhead.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that's the first thing that'll wear me out in a match is doing too much on the overheads over and over again. Slow it down, show them you're willing to just kind of play, make them do something.
Oh,
Great
maybe
shot.
thought about going around the net post there. Had a little chance.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, I can hear them talking about. That's another thing about paddle. Every so often, I'll look down and my fingers bleeding. You know, you don't get that in other racket sports. I really don't have that.
No, yeah.
Maybe in racquetball, maybe, or squash or something. I don't know, but
No, you're absolutely right. I cannot think of another sport where all of a sudden I'm bleeding and I can't figure out what happened exactly. Yeah.
You don't know where?
No.
Yeah, at least not to another, I'm sure it happens in other sports, but you're pretty sure when it,
Yeah, they're just so
when it
many-
happens in football, you're like, oh, well, this was expected.
Yeah.
Good move. Wow.
Yeah, we're all.
Wow, that's
almost a
really
light got
tough.
him a little
Yeah,
bit. An aerobics
lost it
class.
as that ball went into the LEDs.
First one.
That was
But Pat,
Yoga
there
Lattes
was-
right
that was
there.
awesome.
I'd really like to see these guys start stepping in, hitting some returns like they were earlier. Not like that, though.
Less like that.
Stepping.
Less like that.
Good point.
It's all right. I like that he's hitting it, though.
That was nice. Oh, the head
Nice
fake.
try.
Yeah, we're fond, coaching, I don't know about you, Coach Dane, but we're fond of talking about the shot that you should take even if you're missing it every so often.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, we always use a basketball analogy where, you'll say that you'll hear a commentator say, well, the coach wants him taking that shot even if he doesn't make it all the time because it's a percentage.
Yeah, if it's the right
Play.
shot,
Absolutely.
if you're going to miss the right shot, not the wrong one.
Good lob.
Once you stop hitting those shots, too, you become tight,
Oh, yeah.
Just playing tight. It's never good.
Look at that. Good hands. That was a little long.
Deep.
Yeah, just a hair.
Good little.
Oh, I like the idea of the counter punch, though.
He likes that play there.
Yep. 2-all.
All right, twos.
2-all.
Hey,
Bait again. Dangle it.
that was some nice bait there, too.
Oh, yeah.
I did
I'm
a
with
drill
Matt.
earlier
Matt did
today.
exactly what I would have done, which is jump out of his shoes in order to try to get on top of the ball.
Look what I got.
Totally redeemed himself with that return, though.
Totally
Just a
did.
fantastic volley.
You're right. I was feeling pretty good about his return, but. Oh.
Yeah, these guys seem pretty content just hanging back there and waiting for something to happen.
Well, it seemed like a big difference between the first and second set was quality of lob.
For sure.
Right, and
Yep.
so.
And I felt like Mark and Pat hitting those returns like they were in those couple breaks they got were big too.
Yeah.
That they've kind of went away from a little bit.
Yeah, but this definitely kind of seems to be right now where Matt and Daryl have found their comfort zone.
Yes. And there you go. You
Nice
pull them
try.
out of that.
Good
Yep.
point.
It's good. Don't always have to win that point on the drop shot. It could be the one after like
Right.
Very often it is.
that. Yeah. Monday or Tuesday, that point was over.
It's true.
That's a good point.
Probably wouldn't even get to that point. Yeah. Wow, that is not an easy shot.
Did it
He was
again.
ready.
Because he let it drop.
Wow.
That was impressive.
Great touch.
He'll be signing autographs in the lobby later on.
I mean, if you can get to him through security.
No, that restraining order is a problem for me. I can't.
Another one?
They renewed it. It was the other one expired. All right, still on serve here. At lovely Sunset Ridge, and I'm going to say lovely. It is a beautiful club, by the way. I'm just going to say it.
I remember when they built this hut.
Is that right?
It's one of the first big, nice huts.
Beautiful. I mean, the viewing's awesome.
Do you remember what the order was when it started to transition, you know, away from being a warming hut and into, you know, bigger than my house?
This is kind of one of the first.
This is one of the first. I know
You know,
Skokie,
over
they
the
made
top.
a big deal about Skokie
Yeah.
when that
That was
happened.
a few years after this, maybe.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
That was a really good volley.
Yep.
Yeah,
Deep.
it's fascinating now to see the arms race that hut construction has become.
It's a great way to put it. Matter of fact, I don't even think hut is a good word for
It's
it.
fascinating that we're still calling it a hut.
Right,
I
it's
mean,
a
a whole bunch of
clubhouse.
them have restaurants and
Right.
golf simulators
Right.
and ping pong tables and
Right.
curling. Like, I don't know. That was a good attempt. I don't know how long you get to call them a hut when you have to have multiple sets of
Yeah,
bathrooms
that's what
because
I
they're
said.
so big. Excited to see the new Evanston hut.
Yes.
Fall
All right, we're at
2022.
threes again. We're back to threes again.
Big game.
I think we all
You
knew
bet.
this is where it was going to go.
Destiny. Yes, Coach. Destiny. Like that surprise
Daryl's some
tactic.
sneaky offense.
I know.
I have a date with Destiny, and it looks like she's ordered the lobster.
Nice pickup. Oh, little communication issue there.
Careful.
Oh, I like this swing, though. If he can step up a little bit.
Yeah, let's see how Pat and Mark play this. If they try to mix it up and
It's a really
bait him to
good
drive
volley.
a little bit.
Yep. Shot. That was kind of a roller-esque.
Pat's starting to let that ball drop a little
Yeah.
bit, see if he can take some time away from Matt.
Yeah. It's in there. Nice reset. Oh,
Tough.
Again,
That's tough.
communication issues.
Made it work.
Yep.
That's why it's called the square despair.
Yeah. Pat doing a good job there, though, with the nonverbal communication of
Yes.
shifting out of the way. So even though perhaps there was some indecision at the beginning, he made it clear he was not going to hit that ball. Ooh!
Those are always tough. You're going to come over, which he kind of did there, a backhand, because that looked like it almost had a little topspin on it. You're going to have to get way under the ball for that. Otherwise, chip that thing. Sit.
He's there.
He's there, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, good pick.
It's there again. I would have stayed on him. Sit down. It's going to work.
That would've
Made
been
it
a good
work,
one to
yeah.
blitz.
Recover.
We got everything in this point.
Got it.
Wow.
That's smart.
A great shot there.
You think these guys are tired?
I don't. I think they're just kind of. I think they're kind of in their groove.
It's going to work. Nice dig there. Really
They definitely are
good at
playing some
preparation.
nice long points.
Look at
That's
this.
smart
Stuff it.
play.
Got to stay on him with that one.
Yep.
Wow. Great
Solid.
drive, following it up.
Smart.
Good play.
Look at this. It's a Skywalker.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. Good lob, too.
Nice little poke.
Another one.
It's probably one of the longer 40
Yeah.
love points you'll see.
Yeah, lots of
Right.
good transition and movement.
Stay on him.
Oh, he got it. That was in, I think.
Wow, tough ball.
Wow. Because it could have been wide. I don't know. It didn't. I couldn't tell.
I would be uncomfortable calling that out from,
Especially after
This
a point
angle.
like that.
yeah.
But you know what?
I'm pretty sure 40-15, I think.
Yeah, Daryl's not even thinking about
Well, if
driving
that ball
there.
was out, I suppose it would. He's there.
Who would hit him? Hate when that happens.
Couldn't quite get out of the way. And there's
Welcome to
game.
my world.
Yeah. Good hold there by Pat. Probably wasn't looking forward to serving that game.
Who is really?
I know.
Nobody loves that
3-all
game.
third set.
Exactly.
Platform night in America. 3-all.
Yeah, Cal was supposed to sing the theme, I think.
That's fine. Pat's gone into paddle robot mode. He's just not making errors anymore. He's more machine now than man.
Ooh, sneaky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
changing it up.
See if Pat can follow it up here with one.
Let's get a little more snap, topspin snap on that thing.
They're not switching. Daryl's over there now.
Yeah, no, there was. I just think it was just a different. It just seemed like maybe the longer points were
Oh,
just maybe coming off more Matt's overhead.
15 all.
15 all.
Does he come back?
And he's hitting that spot on the serve.
Unbelievable. I mean, edge of the line, but that was good.
He wants that one back.
You know, another big key to success that doesn't get talked about enough is a nice mock turtleneck, and I got to tell you, Pat makes it work.
You're right, Coach. It looks good. Shouldn't say that too much. It's going to seem weird, but it's got a little Deion Sanders going. Look at that. He's there. I thought that might have been a nick right there, but no.
I really like the pace of Mark's little backhand push drive.
Yep.
You know, it's one of those shots where, like, the design is not to win a point, but just to add a little pressure, right? To just make somebody volley.
The dink.
Instead of have to lob every ball off your backhand.
Right, the poke.
You know, but it's clearly like a shot that is just, you know, it's placement over power, but it can be very effective in a longer match.
Tough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Caught the nick. 30 all.
30 all.
30 all.
It's a really good volley. Nice serve, too. Yeah.
Nice kid.
Yeah, great poke.
Emergency two-hander. One of my favorites. That's it. It's a great lob.
There he comes.
Oh,
No way.
oh, what a get!
So that's teamwork right there.
Yeah,
No question.
You
Great
can tell
play.
these guys have played together.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you didn't know already, you do know now. This is a momentum swing point.
Yeah,
right
I was
here,
thinking the
guys.
same thing.
Well, it feels that way anyway. Love the dink. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
What a great point.
Unbelievable point.
Well done.
I'd be taking my time on the serve. See,
Just
Steve. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
All.
Matt and Daryl did a good job that game of keeping them from generating any kind of offense there in the backcourt.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. Get a little
Yeah.
water.
And you know, one of the things that
towel off.
you know, we had talked about, it just seemed like the longer points were coming, you know, off of Matt at the tee. Sometimes with a little bit of a taller player, speaking from personal experience here, because you're hitting a ball from a higher point of contact, it adds a little bit of time maybe to some shots that, you know, if you're not intentionally letting a ball drop, especially at Matt's height or my height, for example, like the ball's just going to sit up more.
For sure.
And so it's going to keep some points going longer than maybe you want it to.
ball.
It's funny you say that, Coach. I think it's a trade-off because there are certain lobs that are not deep lobs to a tall person.
Right, yeah.
So you get away with that. But on the other hand, what you're saying is absolutely true.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're kind of back to a little bit of warm weather paddle, right? I mean, it's 40 degrees or 38 degrees, and
pretty
so,
much.
you know, there might be a little more of an advantage getting a ball to a screen when it's going to die more and it's colder, but all of a sudden.
It's good overhead. Make them move a little bit. Yeah, these guys are comfortable playing their opposite side in the back. They're not looking to switch at all.
Oh, wow.
That's tough.
4.
Went after it.
There's only so much a man can take sometimes when you
You know,
gotta pound that
based
two-hander.
on that shot right there, I may try to isolate Daryl a little bit. I know he's in the deuce court, but
Think you get a little frustration
you
out of him?
know, maybe
Yeah, yeah,
it's worth a try, right?
yeah.
Great move.
Oh, they're all at the net.
Oh, look at this. Let's play some tennis, everybody. Pickleball, anyone?
Nice.
Okay. Back in action. Back to watching Pat work.
He does it well.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There he is. Dug it out again.
It's kind of field
Oh,
hockey.
he got the
He's there. Oh. It had to hit the top of the net.
That's tough.
Yeah, I feel like that only gave him more time, though.
It did.
You know,
It did.
35. Uncharacteristic there.
No.
It's tough.
Had a little English off the screen, though.
Yeah.
Kicked away from him a little bit, so kind of unlucky, but fortuitous for Evanston.
Good return.
That's a tough return.
Right hip.
Yep.
Caught him
Jam
looking for that
sandwich.
forehand volley. That's
Making
where you
him,
want to commit to that backhand volley there.
making him flip. It was just a bit a skosh.
Thought it was good until it landed.
A skosh.
Wow. 4-all deuce game.
He goes wide with the serve. I love it. It's a good lob.
Okay.
Oh, there's that bait you were talking about.
Yeah, and that's a good one, too,
Nice
to pull
piece
him
of
to the
meat,
middle.
Yeah. Make him move for it before he gets to swing at it.
Looked like they were going after Daryl a little bit at that point. Maybe they heard me.
They're watching the stream.
He called it out.
Steve.
It was a little long. It was a little long.
5-4.
Unbelievable. Wow. Well, the audience is getting their money's worth tonight.
4-5.
I just got a text from a member here that really liked your mock turtleneck comment.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was a big Tiger fan, when it got started originally, so.
You're right. I said Deion Sanders. Tiger's much better than. I don't know where I came up with Deion, but I don't know. I just remember Deion in a mock turtleneck.
Who wants to go out and tell these guys that one of the new rules of the live stream is that they have to play best of 5 sets? Is that
What a get!
Oh, nice try.
I thought we were going to see our first tweener of the season.
First point.
Of the year? First tweener of the year?
Right. Actually, I haven't seen the tweener even this season. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention as much as I should be, which wouldn't be the first time.
I'm sure there's been one in there.
One or two.
I mean, if you assume that the season started when we were doing the I-355.
It's true.
I'm sure somebody came up
had
there.
To do
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good scoop. Oh.
A little casual, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It's almost
if
like
he
he
could
wanted
put
to
it,
kind
if he
of
could put it
fake
right
that
on
out.
him.
Yeah.
40 love, I believe.
I think so. Speaking of destiny, it's almost like we're destined
Yeah,
for
that
a
shot's
tiebreaker.
winning them a lot of points there. And a low one over there. Corner.
Okay, 5-all. Now they have to play a true 5th set where you win by 2 games, full games. We'll try to break the record of Mahout and Isner.
Isner, yeah.
See if they can play for a full 68 hours.
Come back tomorrow. Who to
he
get?
got
What
it.
a
Wow,
get. Oh.
nice pick.
Is that a harbinger of things to come right there? The fortuitous let court winner. How many backhands can you hit?
All of them.
Yes.
Ooh, good.
That's good touch.
Yep.
That's great
Yeah,
touch.
smart to start changing up the speed there with their overheads.
No question. And if you're going to swing it, that's the way to do it.
30 low.
I'll bet you Jacob Mazer is in one of the series in the North Shore.
Probably.
Just to share that joke with everybody, I used to coach a kid. I guess so did Matt, kind of. Not really. No, you were kind of in the class.
He
with
was
him.
more of a peer.
He was a peer, yeah.
Student.
And he just had a problem saying the word love, Coach. He just there was something that made him self-conscious about saying it, so he would just say everything but love. So Jacob, what's the score? 30 low. Jacob, just say love. It's okay. No, he just would shake his head. I can't do it. He was a funny kid.
Love is far too important a word to be used on something as arbitrary as a score in tennis.
Dead zero.
I love Pokemon. Same kid.
Yeah, we're gonna. When we go karaokeing, I'm just gonna have you sing that one right there. Get over.
I feel like both teams just look kind of uninterested in offense in the backcourt.
Yeah.
And it's not working for either one. We haven't had a break yet this set.
That's working. That was working. No way.
Nice volley.
That's
No
a tough
way.
pick.
6-5.
The reflex half volley wins it. Wow.
That is so difficult when a shot like that kind of freezes all four players on the court.
Absolutely.
And then somebody comes up with it and you've like kind of unengaged for a split second because we were trying to watch to see what was happening.
No question.
Okay, well, big opportunity here
Huge.
for Evanston Golf Club.
To your point, Coach Dane, maybe. I
In
don't know,
fact,
be a little
actually, if they
aggressive
win
here.
this match,
Yeah.
what's on the line is
Take
they
some
have to
chances.
rename the club Evanston
Well,
Paddle Club.
he went after that.
Yeah, that's okay. It's the right shot.
Might want to clear the net just to see if they'll buy it. But, you know.
Ooh, that was a good
Scrape it
overhead.
Yeah, see, there was a switch that you were talking about earlier, Dane. Those guys switched up at the net there.
Yeah.
They are doing some of
They
it.
did.
We just have our eyes on the guys digging in the backcourt,
I
but
guess.
there is some movement going on up there.
Great drive.
Yep. Missed the first one. He got that one.
He's finding a rhythm.
Yep, there's another switch.
Good lob.
It's a great lob. Nice reflex.
Wow,
One timer.
Time.
great coverage.
Oh,
That is a tough ball, dying in the side screen.
Thought about blocking it.
Once
Yeah,
again.
that's a difficult one.
The tiebreaker of destiny. That's what's happening. Oh, maybe
missed
not.
it.
I jinxed
Just
him.
kidding.
Jinxed him. Didn't mean that. Sorry,
Do it
everybody.
again, Sean.
What was that about tiebreaker, Sean?
Wow.
Oh,
Wait,
he got it.
wait a minute.
That's
Where's
a
that
great
been?
move.
Where's
that's
that been,
that's what
Coach?
we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
He just kind of morphed right there.
Big chance here.
He's there. Better lob. It's going to drop.
Oh, it's good.
It's in there.
All right.
That's a great re-lob, I
Oh,
should say.
boy.
Oh, Daryl with a great move to read that
He's there.
situation.
Pick.
Yes, Pat.
He dug it out.
Sit.
Good point.
Wow, great point, both teams.
Significance here. Is he as aggressive this time? He did. That looked pretty aggressive to me.
Switching.
Nice get. Get over. It's going to work. Yes.
Oh, good dig.
Oh, flipped it. Nice cover.
Awesome.
Teamwork.
Awesome. Spell.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I think we all knew this was coming here.
Yeah, you kind of, it almost had to be this way.
I'll tell you, it's hard to believe, but the weather warming up, you know, you'd think maybe these guys would be breaking some serves with good returns. It's just,
Sure.
you know, 6 straight holds, both sides. See what happens here.
All right, a little Coleman action.
Didn't really see either team get together and come up with a little game plan.
That's
No.
a good point, Coach. Clipped it. Yeah, always a good idea, a little strategy session between the second and third set. Or I should say, the tiebreaker, I should say. Good line.
I felt in the whole time.
Sit.
deep.
Oh. I'll switch it up.
Mini break.
You all right?
That's a better lob. Could have been driver. It's going over? No. Possibly maybe like to see a drive on that forehand as soon as he set it up.
Yeah.
So 2-0. He's there.
Just put a little bit more on that, maybe.
Yes.
You know, poke it.
Exactly. Or maybe a little grip change, put some topspin on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Thought
that was
in.
looking good from here, yeah.
Yeah, it was. All right. Love 3. Oh,
Swinging away now.
thought that might go out, didn't you?
Me too. Would have left it, maybe. The head fake. We call that the dwelly when we come from that. Courtesy of Dave Dwelly. He's my boss. I probably shouldn't be ranking on him on the air, but I'll probably be fired soon anyway. Look at that.
These guys have started hitting some better lobs.
Look at that.
Great get,
Sit.
maybe.
Nice try.
All right, on the board.
What? Sorry, what's the score? 3-1.
It is 3-1 or 1-3, I should say.
might have given him one there,
I
actually.
think they did. You know what?
I think they'll take it.
Yep. Oh.
Wow.
Took advantage of the beneficence.
All right, back in it.
Exactly.
3-2.
3-2.
So many long paddle matches come down to, 5 minutes at the end. This is one of them.
You bet. There we go. 3 serving 2.
I'd like to see Pat start to block some of those softer balls into the corner there. Matt's got his touch going on those.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have to dig so hard
Yeah,
out of the
exactly.
screens. It's a tough shot.
Finding the nick again.
Yeah, he's been doing that.
It's not like it's shooting back out to the middle either. Nice scoop. That's a great
Good move on the switch
Yeah,
to
that was impressive.
shut down the drive. Read it early.
All right,
2-5.
2 serving 5. I'll let that go, but
Dropped.
that's going to work. No, he's there.
Oh, wow.
He was there though. It's funny. Even if that was going to dribble over, Pat Cow was on that one. So 3-5, crucial here too. That's good pace. Maybe a little softer. Oh yeah. What a
He's
get.
there.
Smart.
Can
There
he
we go.
cover?
Arrow,
He
another
did.
get.
Good
Unbelievable.
talk. They're going to leave it. Takes a lot of confidence to leave it at this point in a breaker instead of looking for a switch back.
I think they have these guys in the position that they want them right now.
There we go. Let it go.
Was looking for it. Switch it up.
All right,
Unbelievable.
big point here.
Again, it's got to come down to this. You got to think this is going to happen.
If I mark on this return, I step over and try to look real dangerous, like he's going to do something, at least make Matt think about it, you know?
You bet.
Not to intentionally distract him, of course.
Take a semi-western and just rip it. Boom. Well,
Pretty vanilla.
Love it.
it's working.
All right.
There's the switch.
Let's cut that corner a little more.
He's there.
Yep.
It's a great lob.
Starting to look for that nick.
He is. Again.
Nice get.
Oh, way to dig it out.
Amazing.
Yeah, they need a couple good lobs. Take a breather.
Yes.
There you go.
Get over.
He dug it out. Great hands.
Really.
Good lob.
The recovery ball, yep. Starting to get some
That was a
opportunities
drive
because of the
right there,
lob.
maybe.
Well done. Yep.
Earning it.
Both teams missed some overheads earlier in this match, but I'll tell you what, in the third set, they're really not
Yeah,
missing any
they've
overheads.
both really tightened it up.
Scoop. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I got him.
Chance just wide.
Unbelievable point.
Well,
Patience tolerance threshold.
now's
right
about the
there.
time in the match where you realize that Joel McHale is really good at paddle.
It's crazy. The only mini break in this whole tiebreaker was on the first point.
Yeah, it is.
No
Wow, there it
way.
is.
Good
Unbelievable.
match. Good match.
You know what? That was one of the best matches I've seen in a long time. I gotta say that. Wow.
Really well done to start off the second half of the season. Both of these teams grinding it out.
Yes.
What do you think, Dane? You hungry to schedule a rematch for this one?
You know, I was kind of hoping EGC would get the victory there.
Yeah.
I was, you know, it was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match. Do you regret having texted Burka in the middle of the second set to talk about the money that was on that one? Or
No.
No, you're okay
No.
with it? All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure
It
it'll
could
turn
have
in your
gone
favor.
either way. It was impressive, really.
Over the course of the evening. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here
Yes.
at Sunset Ridge for Paddle Night here in Chicago and the CPTC LiveStream. Again, we do apologize about the little internet dropout issue that we had. We'll work on that. I'll fix it. Cal Noble will spend hours doing data transfers to figure out what the deal was. But we
Absolutely.
appreciate you joining us, and we will catch you next week on
Yeah,
the
for
live stream.
Dane, Matt, this is Sean.
Yeah, thanks,
Have a
Sean.
good one.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Dane,
Yeah,
very
thank
much.
you.